You're going to get some thoughts. You might not like them or you might like them, but you definitely get them whether you like them or not. Horrible.
Okay.
Horrible. Yeah. Absolutely. This is the quality desk hosting you come to expect. Gangsters, yeah, taking the victory here. We obviously got to hear Jafar as well be interviewed by Banks on the stage. Talked about the nerves, playing first offline event. Young guy.
Young dude.
Seems like they fixed any issues they had, but there is one glaring issue that we just touched on really quickly, is that their late game control definitely seems a bit weak.
Yeah, dude, it's a little bit odd the way they go. I love the wide rotates, though. You know, I'm all about the Gangsters rap because they are a wild child. And right now, NIGMA Galaxy's weapons, they went pew-pew, but their guns went pow-pow. And I have been enjoying the way they've been playing so far, honestly. I do think they could speed things up just a little bit, but that late game control is the big thing, John.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they did have the advantage of going into it 4v3, into that final circle, and we saw their off angle get evened up, but they were able to trade it, fortunately enough.
It was scary. It was really scary.
The thing is, we can think back to a match 4 yesterday, actually, where Jafar was playing the off angle against Road to Glory. He gets knocked and actually ended up losing that match and finished with the second place.
Same thing.
But the late game controls you saw there, like getting caught out, that can't really happen. It seems like they're not covering their angles.
Yeah.
And that's going to come back to bite them against like any higher tier tournament.
It's something that we talked about as well. It can come down to utility usage, having those nades pouring on through, and you need to be placing them right, because if you can, you stop that push from NIGMA Galaxy dead in its tracks right up the hill.
Like we said before as well, they have 3 out of the top 5 players with most nades used so far in the event, and or maybe they're just not using them correctly, but I mean, either way, 21 points. They were 11th place going into this match. That's just going to skyrocket them up. And NIGMA Galaxy as well finished on 13, but REGNUM CARYA, they had a high elimination game with 10, Blink.
I think REGNUM CARYA, that game, did a really good job. I love their rotation down towards the east side, because towards the west, there is that little lip almost that denies a lot of the sightlines of the west. And if you're coming in from the blue there, you're just walking through trees and rocks, and it's really difficult to get into any kind of position, John. And REGNUM CARYA can completely sweep out that eastern edge. I think MADBULLS probably benefit from this the most, though, because although they had some amazing fights, in the end, they were able to come through in third party. But I think if MADBULLS weren't in this situation, there's a real good potential that REGNUM CARYA is able to continue sweeping towards that western side.
You've also got next RÜYA, who kind of just flew straight over the North Pine Arm Bridge. There was nobody guarding that one out, and played very close to the MADBULLS as well. So there was a lot of players playing right central very early on.
It's interesting you say that, because it did feel like there wasn't a lot of guard control, but I think right now in this lobby, one thing that is really elevated above everything is timing from these teams. I think next RÜYA scouts out where MADBULLS is playing, and as soon as MADBULLS move down towards that high ground with the watchtower, next RÜYA instantly move with them. So whilst they're on the rotate, you know, they can get into that spot. So overall, I think next RÜYA did a really good job there, and they've showed that yesterday in Erangel, where they rotated over towards GEEKAY spot. I think they feel a little bit lost in the end game though, but that's something that can definitely be improved on.